mustache jump scare.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all
I'm
of
assuming
my
we're Simon.
right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate.
Okay.
The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof
No pressure.
I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Okay. So we have to find the 46th room, otherwise our inheritance is forfeit. Okay, but also I'm a child. Was I just dropped off here? I can't walk over that. Okay. The first thing I do in any like story or puzzle game is I immediately go in the direction that they don't want me to. Is this where I was staying? Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Okay. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu, pressing tab. This can be accessed after picking up the blueprint in the entrance hall. Okay, so this is where I'm staying. Okay, so I have to find... Because I totally couldn't just jump on this stump and then hop over. You know what game I'm tempted to revisit? I'm tempted to revisit the, what is it called? It's like The Visitor or something? It was a similar, like, walking simulator type game, where every single puzzle was like, it was like a grid puzzle. And each one had like different rules that you had to figure out and follow because they wouldn't tell you. Just go down the dark corridor. No, no, okay. Well, it looks like I've seen everything that I can outside the manor. I don't think I missed anything. Because I think there was only... Where is the... Oh, there's no... There's no clear sun. I think... If... That's what I thought. Like, right there. It's probably... I can't tell if this is morning or evening. I would assume evening. So I guess that's... Guess that's south? North? Okay. So there were only two paths. That's what I'm gonna go with. There, the north and the eastern path. Okay. Open only in the event of my death. That's a lot of reading. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have a fond memory of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found in the estate may not be taken off the estate, and you may not stay overnight. I do not suspect any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. Okay, so that I heard that this was like a roguelite puzzle game, so I assume that the manor shifts every night, which is why until I learn the secrets I cannot stay in it, because it probably wouldn't be safe. At least that's my assumption. One final word of advice: do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me... I could have just kept reading. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert S. Sinclair. I could have, yeah. Man, I wonder if it's gonna change overnight. Could have just kept reading. Okay, blueprint menu. The antechamber. Okay, so I kind of have to... I want to gauge how interactive everything is. Search the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose one. I'm just going to go with stamina. When you no longer have any stamina left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Okay. So I'm assuming that there will be things that will give me more. I'm able to search 44 different rooms. Okay. Queen of Diamonds. Ace of Spades. Okay. So Queen of Diamonds and Ace of Spades. Both in the left hand and the right hand, respectively. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's anything in this front room. Oh, Select a room to draft. Interesting. We're gonna... Bedroom. Okay, so you get a choice of 3 rooms. Also, hi! I hope that work is going well. Thank you! I got the layout, recently. I was like, if I want to, like, actually do this, I need... I need something better than just, like, a little camera. So I have done this, at least until I can get somebody to, like, make me a particular one. Okay, so it's locked. Do I have any game settings controls? What are the... Are there controls? No, it just looks like... just looks like I have... Ooh, okay. There's a moon around her neck. Some kind of pendant. I don't know if the way she's looking is important. There's nothing there, so I doubt it. I can't open any of like trunks or anything. Greetings from Reddington. Not much there. Don't think the hand does much for me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open one of each. Ooh, we do like a storeroom. Yeah, let me get a storeroom. And then let me open another one right here. Let's go with the closet. Hopefully I can find a key. Okay, a gem. Gem's not bad. And a metal detector. Greater chance of... Okay, so it's like a passive buff. Greater chance of finding key and gold. I don't know what the gold is going to be for. It is perfectly swamp... You know what? It is... Florida do be the swampiest. Oh. Oh, and it tell... Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, we gotta get back to, we gotta get back to Hollow Knight. I've gotta finish that so I can get on Silksong. Crowbar. I don't know if that does anything. Prayer beads? I think that's technically a rosary, but... We do have the trunk unlocked, though. 2 more keys? Heck yes. It's just a net gain of keys. So I don't... Does that mean that this will always be a corridor? So... I kind of like the option to have more directions. Okay, another key. That was the item I was guaranteed. Oh. Guest bedroom. Yes, we like having all of that extra all that extra stamina. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Okay, so we've got billiards, we've got math puzzles, and we've got darts. Interesting. I'm kind of digging this game so far. We don't have... I don't have any particular clues from here that I can ascertain. Let's get a hallway. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Okay. Let's start moving inward. Whenever you enter chapel, lose 1 gold. Okay. I kind of have to do the chapel. It's fine. That way we can go back out this way. May draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Parlor. Okay. Level wind-up key. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, I mean, I don't know who else he would be. It had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. But if I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I mentioned to you earlier that, I don't know where I got that word, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you would need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. There will always be at least 1 box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least 1 box which displays false statements. Only 1 box has a prize within. The other 2 are empty. Okay. This statement appears on another box. Blue box is empty. Okay. Got ourselves another key. One appears. Well, I would assume that this one has to be the correct. Or am I... Okay, I'm stupid. I was like, why... why is this confusing to me? Uh, yeah, no, being as these both said the same thing, there was no way it was lying. So the blue box being empty, obvious lie. Um, leads to a room of a color of your choice. Interesting. Um, let's do a passageway so that we can get uh, multiple different. Uh, interesting. I don't like that. Security door is locked behind an electronic guard. Uh, just go this way. Go with the gym requirement. It'll be interesting. Another keycard one. Yeah, I'll lose. Breaker box. Okay, does that... Did. Okay. Oh, so what? H, and then I don't know what the other one is. I don't know who his life had been. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship. I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Keycard, awesome. Do we have a... Okay. Same picture, different development. But you're... I thought we had already... So it changes it. You can overwrite rooms. That is very interesting. The Red Prince. There once was a red prince who sat on a throne. He had a red crown made of rubies, and a castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eye down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad. The story he read in the bath and in bed. And maybe you can guess the clues we have said. It was the story of a boy who always wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you may read, you might already assume that the book is quite near to you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince in his book, the red book we just read. Okay. Meta, but the question being the importance. I couldn't tell you right now. I don't even know if it is important, to be honest. Cinca. Don't see any. Can't take camera. I don't know what that would be. Okay. Let's go to the pantry. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house. Next week, 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses. Please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Okay. Does it keep track? Oh. Okay. So, apples are worth 2. That'd be 10. Uh... Two. Is it 235? Banana's worth 3? Guess we'll find out. Items for sale. Does this not turn on? What if I wanted to play Dirigiblocks? Dang it. How dare they? Did I? It would seem as such. What have I done? I didn't realize that I'd put that there. That is on me. Yeah. That's rough. I softlocked myself. What? What am I doing? Let me come back out here. Oh. There's probably a way to open that on the inside. Actually, his wife probably died. I mean, I know his wife died, but that's probably what. That's probably what this number is. Yeah, he probably cut it down when she died. That makes sense. Okay, well, that's an unfortunate end to night one. Okay. I was close to. Why am I dumb? Save and continue. Why would I save and quit? Day 2. Okay. So the pictures are the same in the front room. As are those. We're gonna go to the big guest bedroom. That cuts this off. However, that gives us a lot more room to work with. Okay. So the rooms themselves are the same. Chapel, that is fine. I do not have any gold right now. Corridor. Doesn't look like anything. Okay. Can I just... Okay, no. But whenever you enter a new room... Okay. Or not a new room, but whenever you enter another room... Very interesting. Spread gems in each green room. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. It's a new room. I should check it out. Buddy, you good? They just left him in here. Could I not help that guy? Today's a good day because Simon is at camp and he's not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room. And I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be. But today will be a good day because he is at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid. And today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Okay, so Simon, so this is Herbert talking about his younger brother Simon, at least from what I can gather. Today's a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back, and if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need... Simon's a spiteful child. I don't need any presents. I spelled presents wrong. and because wrong. Uh, because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing. Writing also spelled wrong. Uh, about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book, even though he's older. He's a crybaby. Today's a good day because my brother returns from college and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long time ago. Hopefully I find it hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I still would rather have have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. I don't even get to play the Atari? Bro. Okay. So it looks like the keys are the only thing in this room. Well, the keys and the hamster. Somebody help this guy. Excuse me. Um. I haven't checked the laboratory. HSS. There's nothing in here. Oh. Could be worse. At least now I know. Okay. Um. Okay, I kind of have to grab that. Grab this. Need to go up. Pantry gets me gold. And a few of these. Well, that would have been awful. Had it just given me nothing. Okay. So there is stuff back here. I wonder how important, like, having windows in each room would be. Nook. Haven't gone to the Nook yet. Gives me... Okay. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Actually, how important is the ceiling in these? That is my question. I don't want to go all the way through there once again. Actually, what? Ooh. dang it. I have to go in here. Okay, so 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is the importance of that? I assume I'm gonna find out later. Okay, so this does go slowly. Actually, I can use this. So 9:15. So 9:15 in the morning is okay. 9:15 in the morning, which would mean that that's the east. So that'd be north. Okay. I don't know why that was important to me. I don't know if that's gonna come up later, but I just wanted my cardinal directions, man. Okay. Gonna have to do a hallway. Doors most likely be locked in the west wing. 7 locked doors. Let's do it. Awesome. Let's use at least one of them. That's phenomenal. Courtyard is good. Would love to see it. Let's get the closet. Lucky rabbit's foot? Okay, great chance of fighting items. Love that. Oh, that's cool. That'll actually be invaluable. Parlor. Coin purse. How much is that? Oh, that's cool. Okay, this box and the blue box are empty. All 3 boxes are empty. The black box contains a gem. Well, this was obviously lying. Fish and the blue box are empty. Well, it'd have to be this one. Okay. Dang it. This is getting really bad. Okay, boudoir. Ooh, safe. I'm gonna see that eventually. I assume. Nothing more. The boudoir. Gonna have to redraw the floor plan because none of them leave me. Ugh, that's rough. I cry. I'm gonna go this way. Of course, it's locked. Awesome. Okay. Let's just hope that the next one's not locked. Of course, it's locked. And that one at the far end is also locked. I'm gonna cry. It's fine. Yeah, because this far one's gotta be locked. Because I think it said 7 locked doors. Yeah, it's locked. Dang it. It's another day. Ah. Oh, look at the draw. Save and continue. Just need to find the year his wife died. Okay, we start left again. Go with the Nook. Nook is good, Nook is safe. Hate that I have to get a chapel already, but it's fine. This also kind of sucks. Okay, we have a reroll, which is good, and we have a gem. Den is good. Gem guaranteed in the center. Breaker box. Garage on. Could also come back if I need anything off. Passageway. 2's not going to do a whole lot for me. Archives. Awesome. Well, hopefully this gives me something good. Okay. Marigold wins literary honor. August 22nd, 85. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold adds yet another feather of her scholastic cap to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book Swinburne had been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning the prestigious honor, and the previous medal was, of course, her debut effort. She was no stranger to the public eye even before her literary success, the niece and closest living relation to Baron H.S. Sinclair. Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. Swinburne, author, never considered herself a success. Like Gail Hermes, Herald staff writer, she confided, "My son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I'd always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, and so we ran out of books we owned. My imagination had to take over from there." Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red, a statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. Detained by Red Guard. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility of the act, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of an insurgent group, RLCF, who also called themselves Children of Blackwater. Ruffington Press was quickly to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. Marigold drops publisher, local author, and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with her longtime publisher and partner, Ruffington Press. Citing personal reasons, the announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the 3rd prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Was seen at the corner, suspicious bag under the waved down. It's cut off. But no trace is discovered of Cinca heiress, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. So my question is, so that would be too many. What is going to go in here? The answer is nothing. Bedroom. I could use the extra. Okay. Well, gem. Well, that could be worse. At least I gave myself a little leeway with this. Security. Okay. Cutscene? So everything was recorded. Oh. Oh, I don't like that it's live. Oh, I don't like that at all. I also don't like that I can't see the camera. Why? Why is there not a camera? Okay, well, actually, so what I'm gonna do is to keep these in bite-sized segments that are easy to digest. I'm gonna stop recording, and then I'm gonna start recording again, so that these could be like different episodes. Anyway, yeah, if you're stopping watching now, have a good rest of your day. If you're moving on to the next one, then I'll see you in a second. Bye.